When had you made such a not so intriguing choice, where you had been utterly bitterly interrogated because your inner mind had forced you to take the decision? It was one fine day when I was a 5-year-old, shy, timid, introverted, where I had to go on stage and recite a rhyme for the annual day. They called, the next speaker on stage will be Afshan Irshad from UKGB. Where I went to my mom and said, Mama, I don't want to go to stage. Well, suddenly, my teacher had caught me and told me, Sweetie, come here. If you recite this rhyme, I will give you a chocolate. Okay? Okay? Ma'am, yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Good evening everybody. My name is Afshan Irshad. I am from UKGP. Twinkle, twinkle, where everyone in the audience started laughing and giggling as if something was absolutely amusing. I then got off stage, went to my mom and started to weep. Mama, I don't want to go to stage anymore. Friends, this utterly, bitterly impacted my confidence. Till middle school, I was the same introvert who would never talk or mingle with anybody. And this had impacted my lifestyle. Whenever I had to talk with family, friends or strangers, I would be very timid. After many long days, one golden opportunity came. I had to make a 3D model for the math exhibition. Friends, in fact, I thought I was as smart and as cool as a model, perhaps Shah Rukh Khan or Brad Pitt, but I was afraid my teacher would kick me and shove me into the armpit. Now it was a group discussion. I had suggested a valuable idea, but one of my friends had told me, well kid, I guess this is a mega event. So I think, can we hold on your suggestion for now? Thank you. Friends, after that day, I had felt inferior and stopped giving ideas because I was just naive and felt I was getting lambasted for no reason. Until one fine day, when my mama had enrolled me into this strange club with strange people, with strange audience, Gavel Club. After which I started to mingle with notorious kids, and here's what happened. One fine day, my biology teacher had started taking class. Children, the AIDS mosquito is that mosquito which causes the disease dengue. I was starting to doze and have a peaceful nap after morning coffee. She then had continued. It is the female AIDS mosquito which transfers the virus. It mainly acquires the virus from feeding through the blood of an infected person and causes the disease dengue. Afshan, stand up. Yes, ma'am. What are you eating there? Ma'am, fried rice, ma'am. If I come there, I have another box for you, ma'am. Idiot! Tell me, what have you learned from today's class? Ma'am, what I understood was, even in mosquitoes, only the females like you cause problems, ma'am. No offense, woman. Step out of the class. Ma'am, how many more steps, ma'am? And afterwards, days passed, weeks passed, months passed, yet I never passed. It was the D-Day, my biology final exam. I entered the exam hall just like entering PV was to watch Mission Impossible. But jokes apart, I started to write the exam. I secretly went to my friend and told him, Machan, let's put a plan, okay? for multiple choice questions, A for forehead, B for chin, C for eyes. Okay? For long answers, cough once if the question is about respiration. Cough twice if the question is about reproduction. You know what? He sneezed. Friends, me, unable to even copy, couldn't even write the exam. Then, after many days, the final results had come. I had scored 32 out of 80. And it failed in my biology final exam. I was absolutely heartbroken. The next day, a circular had come to my mama stating that I had to write a retest, else I would be in the same class studying for one more year. That day, I felt I would never succeed. Failure had hit me hard. I was thinking, how ridiculous was it to mock my biology teacher instead of learning the concept? Life is the biggest experiment which nobody knows about. But as God is God and I was left with just two options. One, to either write the retest and succeed and get promoted to the next class, or to be a failure and study the same class till I pass. So the next day, I took it as a challenge. I showed the circular to my mom because she didn't see it. Could see the tears in her eyes as she was absolutely devastated. But I thought to try once more. So I went back to school, wrote my final exams, and guess what? I had scored 92% and got an A in my exams. And finally, I had got promoted to the next grade. Friends, failure is common in life. Abraham Lincoln had failed 30 years before he had become the President of the United States. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 27 years before he had fought for equality and toppled South Africa's racist system of apartheid. Alexander the Great had failed even after 15 years of conquest, where the Macedonian kingdom imploded. But friends, not everyone at first is successful as Barack Obama. We fail, and then succeed like Abraham Lincoln. But friends, let me tell you what failure really is. It's not that you're not able to ace something and you're not succeeding. But it's the ability of not trying again and again. Not able to swallow the bitter pill and just giving up is called failure. We fail many times. True success is not succeeding at the first. It's failing, and are you able to digest and swallow the bitter pill and try again and give it a fight? That is called true success, my dear friends. Even though I had failed in the first two scenarios, I had failed in my annual exam, but I wanted to decide to give it a try to just succeed when I had got 92% in my final exams. Life is an experiment which nobody knows about, my friends. All you need to do is try once more. Give it another shot. And yes, you will succeed one day. Don't keep thinking that you have failed, because as I said, failure is not digesting the bitter pill and just giving up. If you want to succeed, digest that bitter pill and make yourself better. That's the only way success comes your way. Whether you want to think, and give it another shot, or leave it away, is all in your hands. Choice is yours.